hit the like button on this video in the next 3 seconds, or Goku will hit you with the largest spirit bomb in the world, man. I don't want to get hit with that. Neither should you. So go ahead, smash the like button on this video. Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy XenoTy. In this video, I will be talking about the recent heat with the balance team in Varietyjay. Since he's been brought up into this, I really don't know why, which is kind of sad. In Rellgames versus the Shindo community. This is what we're going to be talking about today. I want to show you guys what my honest opinion is on this take, and I want to hear some of your opinions on the comment section below, because this is actually some important stuff to talk about. But before we start, if you guys don't mind, I'd really appreciate it. Smash the like button on this video, subscribe as well. Let's try to get to 265k subscribers by Wednesday. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications and join our Discord if you guys want to join Xeno gang, bro. Let's come over here in this community. We're cool, bro. We're chill. Nothing more than that. Come be active with us. Let's get straight to this video, man. All right, the first thing we're gonna be talking about is the recent tweet my boy Rovex put out earlier this morning. He said, if you're mad about the balance changes, he listened to mostly Varietyjay's videos, suggestions he posted in the balance team. Guess most of you all actually don't like those changes. If you're mad about drip, stay mad. If you're mad about the Rel coin shop hours, you can finally touch grass, little one. That's what he said. Now, if that was me, I would have let that. Okay, I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna stop the instigating. But that's what he said recently. All right, since he said most of you guys didn't actually like some of the recent changes that happened to the game, which is pretty interesting at most, because they did do some crazy stuff like nerf Ryan Gaiden. You can no longer use it for almost every slot in the game. It's only for BBN now, which is kind of a big change in my opinion. But yeah, he said if you're mad about the balance changes, he listened to Varietyjay's videos in the balance team. So he's basically saying you could blame it on Varietyjay and the balance team. That's who he listened to, because that's what they're for. Varietyjay is a part of the balance team, and the balance team is the balance team as a whole. So, which is pretty interesting, all right? Because if you want to get mad at someone, you should really get mad at the balance team, bro. That's what he's saying, man. But I still think it's kind of interesting, because since Rovex, he is one of the owners of the game as well as his brother, I don't think he should just like leave everything up to them, because they're the ones making the bloodlines at the end of the day. That's my opinion. Like I think they should have at least some sense of what not to do to like some bloodlines or not, which I can't tell if they do or not, because I'm not part of the balance team, so I don't know what goes on in there when they're deciding what do they do with bloodline or mode or something of that sort. So I can't really tell you everything, because I have nothing to do with the balance team at all. I'm just giving you guys my opinion on the current situation. Now, what else he's been talking about, he said in another tweet, he said, someone said in replying to that, he said, thanks to that Royal Coin Shop, I'm finally able to get some bitches while waiting that long ass time. Rovex says, don't worry, I'll reduce it just to make sure you don't get any. that was funny. That was really funny. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, it's really funny. He also said, somebody replied and said, the startup on Kenjutsu made it almost unusable. Every other change actively improved the game, but the startup on Ken kind of crippled it. Rovex gave a positive response and said, yeah, I'm gonna reduce it. Just noticed it's way too long. Which that's enough. Ain't nothing more than said to that, bro. He did a good job replying to that in that type of way. All right, my boy Son Boku says, I think the Real Coin Shop change is fine. Most games refresh daily shop every 24 hours and people are just used to it being on a shorter cooldown, which is facts. That is very much facts. The balance changes are fine as long as they're being rotated every other patch, keeps the game fresh and people from abusing a certain bloodline or whatever. My boy Son Boku is so smart. It's so smart, because that's absolutely facts. That's absolutely facts. if we keep getting some balances with some nerfs and buffs between bloodlines, and they might be reverted in some future updates, really shouldn't be a problem here, which they probably will. It really should be no problem, to be honest. So I 100% agree with what my boy Son Goku has today. Smart word from my boy as well. Recently, what my boy Varietyjay said on Twitter, replying to the comment, he replied to Rellgames. He said, "This is a bit misleading considering I wasn't involved in some of the changes. Gaiden, Ken, Q-Spec, it needed nerf, but it was a bit much damage nerfs. I think overall it was a good balance patch, but the Gaiden one didn't really make sense," which I agree. Ryan Gaiden did not need that nerf, my boy. It didn't. And someone replied to him and said, "I am very happy with how the balancing is going. However, nerfs can always be reversed if it was a bad decision. Bruce and Gaiden got pretty destroyed with not being equipable to element slots anymore, and with that nerf of Gaiden's move and no buff, a first move kind of ruined it." Alright, and people are hating on him for no reason, even when he tried to explain his side of the story, which is kind of interesting on his part. But yeah, some people replied to this and said, what's it called? He made a recent tweet, Varietyjay. Someone said this, which is pretty crazy. "I was actually in the balance team at one point, so yes, I do understand how it works. Talk about ironic. Yes, you do get input on changes. I saw that firsthand. You've been on the team since its release. You had the most voice out of any member, whether you realize that or not," which I could 100% agree with, whether I'm not in the balance team or not. I do think Varietyjay does have a lot of influence of what the balance team does, because that's really what he's known for. Varietyjay is known for, how do I put this? He's known for, since he's in the balance team, he's known for about stuff like that. I guess he's known in general in Shindo life because everybody knows him for things that happens to bloodlines. He's known for tier list that give his opinion on what's the best bloodlines in the game, stuff like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's just hard to put it in a sort of way for you guys. Some of you guys can understand, but he's known for stuff like this that happens to bloodlines, and his opinions on bloodlines, if they should be nerfed or not, or certain things are too OP for bloodlines, or if the bloodlines should be buffed. He's kind of known for stuff like that. I think, in my opinion, he is. I have nothing against Varietyjay at all. Just saying that right now. But yeah, he said, someone else said, "Oh really? Then why is your name on his tweet? Don't act like you don't have an influence on balancing when you're in the team. 2, Rel notices you and correlates you for balancing their stuff. My name is on the tweet because Rellgames regularly does stuff like this to deflect blame of changes. They also like to troll me, and that can be shown through previous tweets. Keep being deluded with your thoughts. I already told you the truth." All right. Varietyjay is saying here the blame should really be on that. What he's basically saying is the blame should be on Rellgames, because he said that they tried to deflect the blame of the changes. So he's basically saying it's still kind of their fault. I guess that's what I'm getting from that. But yeah, it's a whole lot of crazy stuff happening with the balance team and recent changes with the game. And man, what I think about the whole situations with everyone thinking some of the balances, I think honestly that some of the nerfs wasn't needed, to be honest. And I also think that really shouldn't even, man, I don't, I want to say, but I really don't. They really just might need some new balance team members, to be honest. That seems like what the problem is, since people are pointing fingers at who was to blame for certain stuff. That's what it sounds like to me. They just might need some new balance team members, and y'all need to hop off Varietyjay's meat because y'all saying he has influence sometimes, and even Rellgames said it. Varietyjay says he's joking, which I kind of do think he has influence on whether stuff gets nerfed or not, since he is a part of the balance team and he has a big voice in general because he is a YouTuber. I kind of agree with that part, but at the same time, I don't think he has every word. Like every word he says about stuff usually happens. So it's just a lot going on. Let me know what you guys' opinion is on YouTube. I mean, the comment section below, bro. I'm tripping. But yeah, it's your boy XenoTy, and I'm out, man. Peace.